Did you have any doubt that you were going to make it out that night?
Yes, the thought had crossed my mind just off after hearing how many people were hit. It's got over 6 people got hit that night. So it did cross my mind there for a split second that we may not make it off this hill. This may not go down. But it did definitely cross my mind there at that time, at least once that night. I mean, I don't know anybody that it didn't. I mean, just because it was that close, like I said, you could hear the RPGs, you could hear and feel the RPGs blowing up. You could hear the rounds going off and cracking around your head. You could hear the whizzes and stuff. It was close. And I'm running around on this mountain thinking, yeah, that this might be it. It definitely did cross my mind. But, I said after it came to my mind maybe once, and then, after that, like, I had a job I had to do. And I had a very, very important job I had to do. My job was to relay information and paint a picture for my commander. And so he could get information sent up and down to the helicopters and to himself and, try to get a better hand on the situation. So I definitely not let that bother me that night, that was for sure. I had a lot of other things going on at the time and on my mind besides just, I may not make it off here tonight. So my thing was still to fight and still to do what I had to do to get off that hill that night and to help everybody else around me as well. So, to not let it deter me from my job, put it that way.
What's that like, that brotherhood that you guys went through this together and now you're back at it here again?
It makes me feel pretty good. Because I know that this isn't near as bad. This deployment isn't near as bad as the last one. And if all of us together can have made it through that last one, then I know for damn sure we can make it through this one. So I have no doubt in my mind that between the older guys that were with us last deployment and that are still with us now on this one in my platoon, that I have no doubt in my mind that everybody will come out here just fine. It's great to be able to work with people that are still like that still have people that have been in stuff that are really, really bad and that are still around, still fight, because it's nice to know that they're still around, because if something like that does happen again, you have people that already have the experience that have been there, and that can be a huge asset to a mission or to an operation that's going on that had those events arise again. So definitely have more confidence in my guys. They're soldiers as well, because some of them are now team leaders. So they have more confidence in their guys as well, because I know they're going to pass that knowledge and that skill and that training onto their soldiers as well. So I have more confidence in them as leaders, and also I have more confidence in their soldiers too, because I know they're going to pass those skills on. So it makes me feel pretty good. I'm pretty confident in my platoon I have out here right now.
Did that brotherhood help you guys get through that time together after losing a few guys?
It did to a lot of us. A lot of us were already close before that, because we knew each other a couple of years before that. Even I've known Sergeant Eckroad. Him and I came in the Army together at the same time. We went through basic training together. We went through airborne school together. Went through RIP together. We came to the unit together. Him and I have been through everything together. So I've known him longer than anybody. We knew each other years before that night ever happened. So him and I were already close friends, but I would say that night definitely brought us a lot closer, along with Specialist Clary and Sergeant Gallardo and Sergeant Giunta and all them. It definitely made the brotherhood was a lot stronger after that night. I mean, I would say for sure. I think it'd be good that for some people to know, like I said, it'll actually explain. Some people need to know what really happened that night, need to know the story of what happened. Like I said, it'll help family members, put people's minds at ease and stuff. Me personally, I don't know who wouldn't. Anybody would wish that night never would have happened, and I'm sure me and the other guys I work with that were there that night would gladly give up anything and everything to have all that stuff turned back around. I'd give up everything to have Sergeant Giunta or Sergeant Brennan and Specialist Mendoza back here. I give up anything. I give up all that. I'd do it all again if I had to, just to make sure that they would come back. But it doesn't really. We know it doesn't work that way. So just one of those things that we'll always remember it, regardless of what happened, and regardless of who knows about the story and who doesn't know, and what's given and not given. We those of us that were that night will always forget. We'll never forget that night. We'll always remember it, and we'll always remember those people that we worked for and served under for the rest of our lives. So, those are both great soldiers that we lost that night. They're also great soldiers that also helped us continue to fight through that mission, and that helped bring a lot of us back that night. So it's just it's unfortunate that we lost the people that we did lose, but I'm also thankful for that those of us that were able to come back were actually made it. We're able to come back to see our families and stuff again, and definitely makes you appreciate things more in life that things that they missed out on. Now maybe we can live through them on it, and I think it definitely brought me closer to my friends and my family back home and stuff. I mean, like I said, I'll always wear this bracelet that was given us by Sergeant Brennan's father. He had it made for our platoon after that night. I'll always wear it. I'll never take it off. Never have ever since I received it. I've never taken it off. Like I said, I wear it as just a reminder of that bad things happen even to great people. And that was Sergeant Brennan was a great person. I personally knew him, and great person and a great soldier and a great leader. It's unfortunate that happened. Say that Specialist Mendoza. I knew a lot about him, his family. He was also from Texas. I knew a lot about him as well. So, but I mean, like I said, those people I always remember. And like I said, anybody that was with us that night, we'll never forget them. And we knew both of them, our medic and one of our Alpha team leaders. I'll always remember those two. And those that were with me that night, I'll never forget Sergeant Gallardo, Sergeant Necro, Specialist Clary. I'll never forget anybody that was on that fight that night with us, ever. And that's just something that it's burned into your mind for the rest of your life. It's just how